We are told at the start of film that minions are old yellow creatures. Their sole purpose in life is to work for or serve their master. They believe that any huge creature that appears in front of them is their master, and begin chasing it as if they were chasing a large fish at the beginning of the film. As the fish emerges from the water, a massive dinosaur ends it by placing its foot on it. Likewise, they believe the dinosaur is their master, but because of the mistake of a small minion, a stone turns and throws the dinosaur into a volcano. With it, their second master also dies. They have no master now, so they make it their life's mission to find one. They can't survive without a master, so they enslave a bear or Dracula. The bear dies naturally, and they kill Dracula as a result of their folly while awakening him in the sunlight. They were tired of finding a master and their deaths, so they decide to live in a cave alone. They were accustomed to serving their master and prefer to be subservient to him, so they were feeling depressed and useless without a master. Seeing the state of their minions, 3 of them decide to venture into the outside world, and they will find out a new master for their group. They start their journey and reach the New York City and see a girl who was finding few people for herself. In simple words, the girl needs slaves who will do her tasks. The minions believe their task has become easier now that they have seen her and found their master. They move to that girl's city, Orlando, while considering her their master. They reach a show and there were many contestants to be her slave, and the girl has arranged a game for them. The winner will be her slave. Now she has a stone in her hand and she says, the one who will take this stone from my hand will be my slave. Many strong people move in front of her to do this, but the minions do it unexpectedly. That's why the girl has chosen the minions her slave, and she transports them to London, while one of the minions calls the minion group to inform them of the good news that they have found their master, and then ask the group to come to London somehow. The girl who hired the minions was telling them she had the entire world's money, but she claims, even so, I am not satisfied because one of my dreams remains unfulfilled. That is, I want to be the London Queen, and for this, I need the crown of Queen Elizabeth. Now you discover what is the task the minions have to do. They have to steal the crown of Queen Elizabeth for this girl. To complete this dangerous mission, the girl's husband gives weapons to those minions. One of the weapons was lava gun, and the other was hypnotizing cap. It has the ability to hypnotize anyone at any time. He has given some spins to the third minion that it can attach to its hands and feet. The purpose of giving them those weapons is that they will return somehow after stealing the crown. Their mission starts and they reach the front of London Tower, and move inside while hypnotizing the guards with the help of their cap. They were coming out after stealing the crown, but the people discover and the police start chasing them to arrest them. It is obvious that they can't make themselves arrested, so they were running from there. While running to save itself, one of the minions named Bob gets on a stone and takes out the sword from there. So it can use that sword for its defense, but it doesn't know it can become the king while taking out the sword. After pulling out the sword, it appears that a local custom was fulfilled as a result. The minion, Bob, holding the sword, has become king. The police and the guards who were trying to arrest the minions a few minutes before bend in front of Bob. As the rich girl discovers this news, who hired them becomes furious. She feels Bob has become a king now. The crown ceremony will be held for it instead of her. She believes Bob has stolen her dream, and she arrives without planning her retaliation. Reaching them, she discovers it wasn't the intention of the minions and they were ready to give her the crown and sword. After taking the crown, the girl ditched them and imprisoned them instead of thanking them. The minions were small as well as clever. They stumble upon the location of the new queen's crown ceremony while looking for an exit. They fall on a chandelier and it was placed upside the girl and it falls on her. The girl becomes furious and orders to arrest those minions. They try to run from there, but 2 of them were arrested and the third reaches the girl's lab, somehow the place they got weapons before. It moves inside a machine and there was a blast because of pressing buttons. As a result of the blast, the minion who was tiny becomes huge, and it has become huge than the Tower of London. It saves its friends after becoming huge, and the minions group, which was called by the minion, also reach London. They are excited to hear its voice and rush forward, and Kevin is also pleased to see them. The queen can't bear their happiness and she reaches there after making herself huge with her weapon. She attacks Kevin with a rocket. Kevin firstly holds the rocket and then holds the girl and eats the rocket. They fly in the air and a blast is shown in the air and the minions become depressed that one of their companions died while finding a master for them. They couldn't get a perfect master however. This sad moment only lasted a few seconds because a small minion is shown flying in the air. Kevin comes back in its size and returns later. The scene cuts, and Queen Elizabeth is shown. She has her crown back and the minions were happy to see this. She has rewarded the 3 minions for their bravery, but now the couple is also shown in the crowd who wanted to get Elizabeth's crown. Before they succeed, a young boy makes them frozen with the help of his freezing gun. Then he changes his bike into a rocket while pressing a button. The minions have found their perfect master as he moves forward with bravery. This is the final scene of the film. Thanks for watching.